Geopacific Resources is an ASX listed company who is developing the Woodlark gold project in Papua New Guinea. And after completing a detailed assessment of the company, we have valued Geopacific at 11 cents per share. As part of this valuation, we completed a range of scenarios to test both the robustness of the project as well as highlight the significant upside potential. A PDF version of our valuation and financial forecasts is available at the Sophisticated Investor website by clicking on the link. The Woodlark Gold Project is located in the New Guinea Mobile Belt, which is one of the most highly prospective and well-endowed gold regions in the world, as it hosts numerous multi-million ounce gold deposits. The Woodlark project is an advanced stage gold development asset with a reserve and resource of around 800,000 ounces and 2.1 million ounces of gold respectively. However, remains highly prospective to grow both the size of the reserve and resource further in the future. Significant work has already been completed at the project as it moves towards a decision to mine, which could be as early as this year, including all mining licenses and environmental approvals in place, as well as a definitive feasibility study which was completed in 2012. This study outlined a 1.8 million tonne per annum operation that would produce around 100,000 ounces of gold production per annum. However, in hindsight, the timing of the study, which was completed at the peak of the resources boom and near record high gold prices, may have led to some of the assumptions in the DFS, which was completed by the previous operator, not being fully optimised. Unfortunately, following the DFS, the various government approvals took longer than originally anticipated to be granted, whilst the gold price and sentiment for the mining sector also fell considerably, making it near impossible for the project to be financed and developed. However, one company's misfortune is another company's gain, as Geopacific, who had tracked the Woodlark project's development for some time, was presented with an opportunity to earn up to an 80% interest in the project. The agreed terms were also highly favourable for Geopacific, as they were more in line with an early stage exploration asset rather than one nearing gold production. As there was no upfront or deferred payment made to acquire the project, rather Geopacific will earn their interest by meeting a number of predetermined targets. We understand these targets were only agreed due to Geopacific's management team's track record of building projects in locations similar to Woodlark, as well as the company's history of raising capital as highlighted by the institutions on the share register. Work on the first ownership milestone to increase the project's reserve to 1.2 million ounces of gold has already commenced with 3 drill rigs at site. However, drilling alone will not be the only aspect that should see Geopacific achieve this first target, as other aspects which affect the size of the gold reserve, such as the cut-off grade, will also come into play, with a likely positive effect on the reserve, which we believe will see the company achieve this target later this year. Whilst work on the bankable feasibility has also commenced, with areas of improvement compared to the previous study already being identified. Importantly, both of these major milestone targets will address the shortcomings of the previous definitive feasibility study and will potentially see a development decision being made before the end of the year. For full details on our report, which includes our valuation analysis, where we detail all of the key assumptions as well as highlight a number of different valuation scenarios, our investment and risk analysis, which highlights both upside and potential downside factors that investors should be aware of before making an investment decision, a site trip to the Woodlark project, where we take a closer look at the project's location, existing infrastructure, as well as the proposed mining operation, and finally, an in-depth review of the exploration potential, including further aspects relating to the recently commenced drill program. Please visit the Sophisticated Investor geopacificresources.com.au.